It's your boy King B. What's up, everybody? Hope everybody's having fun. I know I'm about to have some fun. It's my first ever podcast. I said I was going to do it, and I have no guests on the show. I have no guests on the show. I have a very small fan base, if any, that are really active in there. But I appreciate the people who do come by and support, like my man Work Birdie, my man Smash. Like send a shout out to Miss K and everything like that. But starting something new, I ain't gonna sit here in front. I was scared to even try it because I get no traction. But you know what? I remember I did a video and I watched it the other day and it said, feel the fear and do it anyway. And right now I'm going through life-changing events. And you know what? I said I'm going to do it. So what is this podcast called? This is called King Bean's Court. Yes, I'm calling it King Bean Court. Why not? I know it might be corny, it might be lame, but you know what? I'm just going to call it what it is. You feel me? Call it King Bean's Court. And basically in this podcast, I will mainly stick to video games, but there will be other topics on this show that I want to do. Now, I think I want to do it every Monday night. I meant to do it last night, but, I'm not that smart, so I had to figure out how in the world do I live stream and try using OBS, and OBS is not working well with my laptop. I need to get a new laptop. So hopefully that'll come in the future. But, I'm just, like I said, right now, I'm just trying it out, see if I like it. If I don't like it, well, then I won't do it. So with all that said and done, mainly what this is going to be, this show, what I want to talk about, the first ever episode of King Bean's Court. Very first. I can't wait, man. Hopefully in the future I get some guests and try to blow up like the Whipping Wheel or BGST or any of those other podcasts, man. We get it going on. We're kind of lighthearted, try to have some fun with it. But with grown men ideas, you feel me? I'm kind of in the console wars, not really into the console wars. If it's stupid, I'm not going to deal with it. I don't go all in like that. I'm sorry. That's just me. It's a thing that's important in my life. So anyway, like I was getting ready to say, the first episode of this show, I'm going to just be talking about the Nintendo Switch. You say, Bean, why are you talking about the Nintendo Switch? Why would you talk about the Nintendo Switch? Because one of the most popular consoles that's out there right now. And I just got one. Been a year since the launch, and I got one. And I'm enjoying it. And I'm going to tell you some reasons why I enjoy it. I do have an Xbox One. I also do have a PlayStation 4 Pro. And I have a 4K television. So I guess I hit all the checkbox, right? I like playing AAA games, not too much in indie games. I like playing multiplayer games. I play almost every genre of game. So if a game's fun, I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it to maybe to the end, maybe not. But if I think it's fun, I'm going to play it. So if you're here for the first time, go ahead, hit that like button. Don't forget to do that. That helps the channel out. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button. That'll help the channel out too. But basically on this podcast, I'm just giving my opinion. That's it. That's all I'm doing. Giving you my opinion on what I think about whatever particular topic that is right now. And we're going to see where it goes from here. Without further ado, after me vamping and giving you the intro, let's get into the topic. All right, let's talk about the Nintendo Switch. Like I just said earlier, I just purchased it. And speaking of just purchasing the Nintendo Switch, let me tell you about I won't even say decision making. Well, I guess some of my decision making. Most of you guys know, if you follow me right now, going in treatment. So I have to. It's not for drug rehab. Going to treatment. So I have to sit there for 4 hours a day and get treatment. So I get tired of watching cable TV sometimes. And sometimes I want to take my mind off of things. So I said, well, I need me a handheld device. I'm not really a handheld guy. So if I'm going to get something, I might as well go ahead and get the Switch. So I went ahead and bought the Switch. So when I bought the Switch, I bought, at the time of purchase, I bought The Legend of Zelda. And I'm going to get into that in a little bit. But I bought the Nintendo Switch. I went to GameStop. Let me tell you my experience at GameStop. See, excuse me. Why I hate going into GameStop now. I used to love going into GameStop. Like back in the day, I used to go to the midnight releases, especially the one here in Duval County. And I've been going there for years. For years, I've seen employees come in and go. But I've seen this guy before who was working there. I'm not gonna name his name because everybody still got to feed their family. But he was in there before about a couple of years ago with my Xbox One when I did a video on the Xbox One explaining how my controller keeps breaking. Now, it's not for me throwing it, it's actually me using it in a game. So the LB button gets stuck, or the right trigger gets stuck, or something, or the directional pad got stuck. And I bought 3 different controllers. Well, I say 2 different controllers because the one that came with it, of course, came with the game. I bought one to spend extra $5 to support the military, and I just bought a regular Xbox controller. Now, these are our Microsoft controllers that I did buy, and they all either the left analog stick started, making my character move on its own, or the LB button wasn't working. It was one of the two on both those things. And I remember the guy who sold me those controllers. He told me the same thing. This is what he told me. He said, Bing, it's only 1 out of 1,000 that will be defective. And I'm not sitting there like, okay, I'm buying this BS because he's trying to make it sell. I didn't realize at the time that's all he was trying to do was make it sell. I'm sitting there like, this is ridiculous for the fact that even that kind of ratio that I have, there's no way possible I should have 3 defective Xbox One controllers. There's no way possible I should have it, just by the law of averages, right? So we fast forward now to 2018. So I decided I'm going in the GameStop. I didn't want to go into Walmart and I didn't want to drive to go over to Best Buy and buy it. So I said I'll go ahead and stop by GameStop. It's on my way home. I didn't really care who was in there. I didn't care, Bean. I didn't care. I just came in to make a purchase and get the blank on out of there. That's what I wanted to do. So I walked in there. I walked into the GameStop, my local GameStop here in Duval County. I walk in there, and so I want to buy the Nintendo Switch. I walked there. I really didn't want to talk and conversate. I just want to buy it. Let me get it, take it home, and figure out what I need to do. So I'll go in there. I say, hey, man, you got a Nintendo Switch? I'm like, yeah, which Joy-Cons do you want? I was like, I don't care. Give me the one with the colors on. That'll be great. So he goes back there to the back. He grabs the Nintendo Switch. As he grabs the Nintendo Switch, he brings it back up front. And when he brings it back up front, and I'm sitting there like, okay, sitting there, we looking at each other for a second or two. He gets on his phone. He gets on his cell phone. I said, okay, I get it. I do this sometime at my job. It's not really professional. If you get a message, I get it. So then we sat there for a while. This dude is actually responding to the text message. It's like, okay. Then you texting him back. Then whoever you was texting, you waited till you got the response on the text. Now, I'm sitting there like, yo, I'm sitting here basically trying to give you $400 for this system. And you are treating me like I'm some peasant kid who ain't got no sense, who ain't really got no money. I'm going to give you this money. I'm trying to give you this money. So then I did my little nice and polite, because I'm a nice and polite guy. I said, that's what I did to him. So then he tells me, what the price is, how much it is, blah, blah, blah. So rings it up, then he gets back on his phone again. And I'm sitting there like, wow, really? You dissing me like this? You disrespecting a customer? A customer who's trying to give you $400 to increase a sale, which you've probably been selling 10 to 20 Nintendo Switches. I'm not sure. You may have been selling. You may have not been selling. I don't know. At this point, I really don't care. I really don't care. But I'm trying to give you money to get my purchase so I can get the hell on out of here. And mind you, in this GameStop, there's no one in this GameStop. The other customers that was there, I take that back. It was 2 other people there, but they was looking at used games on the wall. So I should have your undivided attention. See, at my job, what I do, I give my customers undivided attention because we're spending money with me. You feel me? So I'm sitting there like, wow, really? So then after all that, then he had the audacity to ask me, oh, do you want to renew your Power card? Do you want to renew all this? Hell no, I don't want to renew it. If I didn't want to renew it before I walked in there, I definitely don't want to renew none of this right now with you because you treated me like crap as a customer. I just want to get my Nintendo Switch. I want to get home. I want to see what it's about. Go ahead and get up on it and play it a little bit. That's all I wanted to do. But, hey, it is what it is. So then Something that I never do. Sorry about that. Something that I never, ever do. I went back up there the next day. I went back up there the next day, right? And I told, I guess you would call it snitching. I guess you would say, hey, Bean, you were snitching. I told his manager about it. I said, the reason why I did that because I don't allow my employees to do that. They work for me. I don't allow them to do that. I don't allow them to act like that when people are spending money. I don't do that. I said, it was really ridiculous. I said, listen, sweetheart, I was spending $400 with you, with your company. I don't know how y'all sales things are working, how y'all get your money back or how you working, but that's a console. I bought a console from your company to help you out. Well, not to help, well to help me out and help them out. But either way, I could have easily just went to, I want to say Winn Dixie. I could have easily went to Walmart and made that purchase, or went to Best Buy and made that purchase. But I chose to come to you. And then when I got in there, I did buy a Bayonetta. So they give you 1 and 2 because I wanted to play them. I ain't gonna lie about it. I ain't gonna lie about it. I sure did. So, but that was my experience with the get purchasing the Nintendo Wii. You know, I mean not Nintendo Wii, the Nintendo Switch. You feel me? So it was not a great experience, and cause and being a sales rep is hard. I understand it and I get it. I know sales are hard because we do sales at my job, and sales are hard. Dealing with the customer base is hard, but you can't treat customers like crap as much as you want to. If you're in the workforce, you can't do it. You have to treat these people with the utmost respect, sometimes even better than they should be treated. You know what I'm saying? And especially if somebody's willing to give you $400. That's a console plus the game. You should be all right with that. Or maybe you're so jaded because you've done it so much that it'll really mean that much to you. Why is everybody sending me messages like every time I try to get on air, everybody sends me messages. I could be sitting here, be chilling, nobody sending nothing. Now everybody sending me messages. How great is that? How great is that? Now, we'll just want to talk about briefly what games I have. And I want to talk about I have Zelda, as I mentioned before, and I have Bayonetta 1 and 2. Now, I played Zelda was the first game I played. Let me tell you, oh my God, Zelda is freaking amazing. It's amazing so far. I'm just scratching the surface, if you can call it that. When I first played it, I was like in awe of what was going on in the game. But I was like, okay, I'm getting bored. This is boring. I really, the weapon degradation, all this stuff is stupid. And I started realizing how much stuff you can actually do, from climbing trees, chopping wood, to cooking, swimming. And then all of a sudden, when I played it more and more, the game started opening up. And that started reminding me of like when I played The Witcher. The game started opening up. And right now, I'm in Hyrule. And I'm finding out all kinds of things, from going to all these different shrines and paragliding and climbing up rocks and fighting different creatures. This game is crazy fun. It's amazing what they have done with this game. It's just blowing my mind. But it's like when I play it, I have to make sure that I have time to play it where I have no distractions. I'd like to pay attention to it. So I'm enjoying it. Play it for about a couple hours a day. Play about 2 or 3 hours a day. Only reason why I'm only playing for 2 or 3 hours a day, because it is a very it's a very big game. It does divide. It needs my undivided attention. Also, it's just fun to play, and I don't like to be distracted. And I also like docking it up and throwing it on my TV. So I guess since I waited a year to get the game, that all the bugs are fixed out of it. But anyway, I haven't seen any stuttering, as most people have said. I played it and I really, really enjoyed it. And I'm really, really enjoying it right now. It's so much fun to play. And I just like the fact that it's just so much stuff you could do. Like I said, from climbing trees, climbing walls, climbing rocks. That sounds crazy, but it's like crazy fun. And swimming and figuring out these puzzles, how you could do certain things, do what you want to do pretty much to solve a puzzle. And I really don't like puzzles that much. That's not my forte. But I am really enjoying this game. This game is fantastic. But a lot of my times I've been playing Bayonetta 1 and 2. Now, Bayonetta 1 and 2, I started off with Bayonetta 2 because I remember beating Bayonetta 1 on 360. And I enjoyed that game. I really, really enjoyed that game. It's one of my One of my favorite games I ever played all time. I just enjoyed it. But I've forgotten so much about the game. So I played two probably through the first act. Then I said, hold on, let me stop. Let me go back and play Bayonetta 1. And the issues I had with Bayonetta 1, because they give me a downloadable code. And I went to put the code in, the code didn't work. So I had to call Nintendo. When I called Nintendo, those guys, they were super, super helpful. They were super nice. I can't front on them. Their customer service was fantastic. It was fantastic. I mean, I had to wait on hold for a while, but they helped me out, pull up my account, gave me a new code, and I've been playing Bayonetta 1 ever since. Game is crazy hard. It's a little bit difficult playing on a small screen because you can't really see the monsters that much, but it's really hard. The story is really stupid, but the frame rate has been fine. I ain't having any dips in the frame rate. The game's pretty hard. Although you gaming geniuses, you gaming masters out there, you will say that I just suck. Gotta get good. Either way, I don't care. I'm having fun with it. So I'm going through it right now. And I'm pretty far. I think I might be near the end. I'm not sure. I can't tell you exactly where I'm at because I don't have it pulled up yet. But Bayonetta 1 and 2 is very, very fun. It's fluid and really cool because, like I said, when I could take it off the big screen from when it's docked, I could put it in my bag because I even bought a bag. I bought a bag. I bought just how neat. Oh my god, I feel just like a freaking nerd, dog. I ain't never do no nerd out stuff like this, but I bought a carrying case. I bought a carrying case that says Zelda on it, and I put my Switch right in there just to protect it because I don't want to break it. I did buy the glass. I bought tempered glass for it to cover it up, cover up the glass because I don't want to get any scratches on it. But when I'm in my treatment facility, I'm playing Bayonetta. Nurses come by, they're like, "What are you playing?" I'm playing Bayonetta. I never heard that. That's on Nintendo. I said, "Yeah." So where's Mario? I said, "Don't worry, those coming. I'm getting the classic Mario, and get the new Mario game too as well. But I'm gonna beat these games first before I buy them." And they laugh at me. He said, "Well, you too old to be playing them, man." I said, "Hey, I'm a kid at heart. You feel me? You feel me?" But Bayonetta 1 and 2 is really dope. Fast, it's fluid, it is a good game. This game, if you have a Switch, I think you should get it. Definitely Zelda. You know, I might try out Mario Kart. I never tried those games. I didn't play the last Nintendo console that I ever owned, that I owned, honestly, was a Super Nintendo. So I'm dating myself. I'm telling you how old I am. I'm saying the console that I owned from Nintendo was a Nintendo Switch. I take that back. I owned a Nintendo Wii. I I won it in my mom actually won it. She won it at her job when it first came out. I played it approximately 30 minutes to an hour, and I rented The Legend of Zelda, and I didn't like the Wii U controls, and I just put it back up. I gave it back to her, put it in the closet. She said, "You don't like it?" I said, "No, not really." And especially when the Xbox 360 was kicking. That's all I was about. Gears of War was life. That's all I was playing. I wish I could hook up with my dude again. My man Trini from New Jersey. You feel me? Just wish I could have hooked up with him again. I don't know whatever happened to him, but we used to play Gears of War all the time. It was me, him, a couple other dudes. We was in a party almost every night playing Gears of War about 7, 8 o'clock. We stay on there till midnight playing. Just playing. The whole group of us, about 8 of us was playing. That's all we played was Gears of War. But that was so much fun. That was back when, people weren't tripping on the 360. This was back before people started really talking trash on 360 and they started calling you out of your name and talking all kinds of foolishness and nonsense. Uh, but that was back then when it was real fun and the Xbox was just ruling the world. It was the Xbox world. But anyway, like I was saying about Nintendo. So I had it on a Nintendo since the Super Nintendo. I used to have a lot of the games on Super Nintendo, but I was in that era. Well, I wanted to play with the Sega Genesis because I felt like big kids played with Sega Genesis. Little boys play with the Nintendo, especially when Mortal Kombat came out and you put that blood code in. Man, you couldn't tell me Nathan, son. Couldn't tell me Nathan. So I was rocking because I had the Sega CD. I had, oh man, let me tell you, Dreamcast is one of my favorite consoles of all time. But I didn't even touch the Nintendo GameCube. I remember playing a game on Nintendo GameCube, and of course, I get a phone call now. I played on the Nintendo GameCube, I didn't like the controls on it, so I threw it away. I didn't play none of, I ain't say I threw it away. I just didn't even pick it up. Person, my cousin had the game. I was like, I ain't playing it. I don't want to play that. It's a kiddie game. Give me the PlayStation, give me the Dreamcast. And I love the Dreamcast more than I love the PlayStation. I love Dreamcast more than I love the PlayStation 2, to be honest with you. Um, so then I guess the other Nintendo Wii or wherever the other Nintendo's came out, I didn't get them. So I decided this time, like I said, since I've been in treatment, I got a Nintendo Switch, and I'm really enjoying this console. Now, then there are some drawbacks to the Nintendo Switch. You know, and one of the things with the Nintendo Switch. Watch my phone ring and nobody calls it this time. Why are they calling today? The Nintendo Switch. One of the drawbacks is buying accessories. Uh, Now all I got really now is just the Joy Cons, and I just have the Joy Cons, and I just have the whatever came in the box, pretty much. So I still haven't bought an SD card. I know I'm gonna have to get the SD card. There's gonna be some games that I want to download. Um, but I have the Joy Cons. I have the remote control for the Joy Cons where you slide them in there. You do all that. But I know I want to get me a Pro controller. But the Pro controller costs about $70. $70 for the Pro controller. You feel me? So that's a pretty good hefty price for a Pro controller. $70. I think it is $70. So I may get one down the line, but I'd rather get games first because they're having the Joy Cons are fine, and getting used to them not actually being in the controller where you slide them in. I've gotten used to that now, but the buttons are pretty small. I have pretty big hands. I'm 6'2". I got pretty big man size hands. Okay. They're not super big, they're not super small, pretty good man size hands. You better not let Trump know about that. But it's all right. I've been able to adjust to it and actually use them and play pretty effectively. But I would like to get that. So you're looking at $70 for a controller, Pro controller. You look at another $70, $80 for an SD card, 64-bit SD card from what I gathered from my research. So, you're looking at $140 right there. Then on top of the games. I don't think I'm gonna buy an extra controller, but I may. It just depends on my niece and nephews that want to play too. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on that. So it's a pretty good entry fee price. So it's not just $299 for the console. That's the entry fee. You mostly end up spending almost as much for that as a PlayStation Pro, getting just the accessories, not even the games, just getting the accessories. PlayStation Pro about $450, Xbox One X is about $500. It's about the same price. Now, you say, well, that's way too much for that. Well, it is. I think it's a little bit pricey, but that's Nintendo for what they give you. But the portability of the game and the fidelity of the game when you play it portable, like you play on your TV screen, is fine. Now we get to these graphics. The graphics, of course, you're not going to get the 4K graphics like you get on the Xbox One X or the PlayStation 4 Pro, even though that's dynamic scaling. So far, and I know they're using cartoon sprites, it still looks good. It looks good to me. It's fine. I ain't had no problem with Bayonetta. No problem with that, I guess. But resolution is not everything in every game. As long as the games are fun, if you got games to play. Now, I know Nintendo is kind of sporadic as far as their big AAA titles, but for right now, got Bayonetta 1 and 2 and Zelda. That shit tied me over for a little while. You know what I mean? I know I may be down the road like, yo, I need something to play. I'm gonna get Mario Odyssey. That's gonna be the next one. You know what I'm saying? Or Mario Kart. That's gonna be one of those. And who knows? I'm not. I didn't get the game at launch, so a little bit different strokes for different folks. But understand when you get the Nintendo Switch and you're buying into it, so it's gonna cost you more than the entry level fee. That $299 is the entry level fee basically to get the Nintendo Switch, but to really deck it out for what you want, you got to spend some money because that's just Nintendo. Hey, it is what it is. I ain't mad at him. I am not mad at him. So I didn't buy any accessories like I said, but I am going to get me one of those lovely, 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 lovely controllers. So I'm going to get one of those, and also want to talk about some of the positives and the negatives of the Nintendo Switch. First positive, it's portable. It's portable. It is portable. It's a portable console. Like I said, the fidelity of the games usually stay intact when you're playing in portability mode, even though the text are a little bit small. And for my old eyes, I have to wear some glasses. But it's portable. Um, it's easy to pack up and go if it's a good pastime where you can waste time if you're waiting like me at the doctor's office, or you're waiting to do an appointment. Especially like I know a lot of you guys who probably got the Nintendo Switch grew up on the DS. I never played the DS. I hated those handheld games. So you probably play DS, but this is really good. This is really good when you have that. Um, what else? It's easy to hold in your hand. It's not too heavy. Doesn't get your arms tired. But if you do get tired, you can take the Joy Cons off. Take a little while to get used to your hands kind of being free when you're using both hands. It's kind of odd. It's kind of weird, but we're using the Joy Cons in the left and the right hand, and used to that controller just holding it there steady and it's not there. But it takes a while to get used to it. For me, it's a little bit easier when I'm playing the game. I take it out of portable. Well, when it's in portable mode, I take the Joy Cons off and I put the TV stand up, which is good. It's a good thing to have a stand on there. You kind of a kickstand, you kick it there, or I just lay it flat on my lap and I just play it from there and look down when I'm playing from there. That's a good thing about it. That's how I sometimes play it. Sometimes when I'm sitting in the chair, I just play it like that. Or I put it on the table and I sit there and had the kickstand up and just playing it like that. And that's pretty fun. Now, the bad thing about it, when it's in kickstand mode, some of these negatives here. Um, oh, yeah, we'll go back to the positives of it. It doesn't, like I said before, it does not look bad on your TV screen. And like I said, I have a 4K television, so I don't know how much downscaling is doing to make it look better, but it looks good. It looks good on my TV. So I'm pretty sure. And I ain't got no super high fidelity TV like my man Heartache got. I just got a regular old Vizio, and it looks good to me. So take that for what it's worth. So um, some of the bad stuff I was getting into, the negatives, like you can't charge it. You can't charge the game while it's like when you got a kickstand on, which I think is an oversight by Nintendo. But I understand they got accessories for that. We plop it down on a stand and play your game while it's charging at the same time. They should have came with a charger for the Joy Cons. You have to buy that separately. And again, I think that's about $30. I think it's $30 for that, but that should have been included in the packaging for the Nintendo Switch. But I think that the Joy-Cons, from what I understand, they have about 20 hours of battery life once you charge them up. Because what I do when I get done playing at night, I sit there and I put the Nintendo Switch back in the stand, in this dock, and I take the two Joy-Cons and stick them on the side and let it charge overnight. So I haven't run out of battery life yet. Speaking of battery life, playing Breath of the Wild is around 3 hours. If when you're playing, play Bayonetta lasts about 3 hours, 4 hours before I throw it on the charger. So, because when I'm doing my treatment, it's about 3 hours long, 4 hours long. So, I get it there and play it. I don't play it all 4 hours. I watch TV a little bit. But when I do decide to play and get into it, I don't worry about battery life. Because usually when I'm done with that, I go straight home or go out to eat or whatever. So the battery life for me is not that bad, but I can see if it's going to be bad for people. So you have to buy some more accessory like a car charger or another AC adapter. With the AC adapter, it uses I want to say this right. I want to say Thunderbolt C. I guess that's the new charging thing. You can, I understand, use a cell phone charger that's got Thunderbolt C, but you have to make sure it's the right wattage because if it's not going to charge it while you play it. So that'll be a waste of time. We've got other accessory like a battery or something else to it, from what I heard. I'm not sure. Don't kill the messenger. I'm just thinking about what I heard from my research, and I don't think my crack research people would let me down. You feel me? Would let me down. No, let me stop. But it's positives and negatives. I mean, there's not that many games out for it, but for the games they do have out for it so far, from what I've seen and what I've seen from these reviews, they have been highly, highly rated. And I would recommend Zelda to anybody. If you like The Witcher 3, I think I would recommend it to you, but I wouldn't definitely recommend it to Black Bond, because Black Bond If it ain't Witcher 3 and Blood, Guts, and all that, it's too kiddie for them. Or Hard A. I wouldn't recommend it to them either because they definitely wouldn't play it. But to everybody else who don't mind playing games, I would recommend Zelda to them and Bayonetta if you just want a good hack and slash, a good, just a good old time of just fighting, doing combos. This is one of Platinum's better games. Some people don't like Platinum that much, but Platinum makes a pretty decent game. I'm enjoying it. Like I said, I enjoy Bayonetta 1. I can't wait to finally beat it again and then play Bayonetta 2 and go ahead and beat it again. And beat it. I can't say it again. Go ahead and beat it. And from what I played, it's pretty fun. So yeah, those are good things about Nintendo Switch. Like I said, it's a console that I would definitely suggest to anybody who's looking for a portable console to take on the go. I would say that you should get it. I think it'll be good, even though I'm not the type of person that would play because I didn't play mobile games. I didn't play my cell phone games. Like I'm from the doctor's office, I'm not playing cell phone games because it just makes me mad. Because if I want to, I'm just using it for an example. Let's say, for example, if I wanted to play Horizon Zero Dawn, right? I know they don't have a mobile game for that. Well, I want to play Horizon Zero Dawn, but playing the mobile version of Horizon Zero Dawn would be so watered down, and I wouldn't want to play it. That would just make me mad. I just rather go home and play the real thing. But playing games like this, when you can take your AAA titles from the TV with you on the road, that's not a bad deal. It's not really a bad deal. Not a bad deal. Now, I just want to kind of make some comparison from the Nintendo Switch versus the PS4 and the Xbox One. Now, I know they're probably going to get a lot of people heated, but it's okay. This is just my opinion. Just my opinion. Now, PlayStation is my number one console. Okay, it's been my number one console for the past 2 years. Now, the Xbox 360 back in the day was my most fun console that I had. I bought a PlayStation 3 because I kept getting a red ring of death, as I stated before in my other videos. So I bought a PlayStation 3 just to have a backup because you send it off to Microsoft, you got to wait about 2 weeks before you get it back. So what that did for me by them having a red ring of death, it exposed me to the PlayStation 3 because I was pretty much done with PlayStation 3. There was nothing on there. And I remember playing The Last of Us, and I played that game. I said, oh my God, what is this? This is so awesome. I remember playing Uncharted on there. Like, what are they doing with these games? These games are amazing. Now, mind you, all I wanted to do on the 360, because they had the better multiplayer games, and they also had the best multiplayer. When you play Call of Duty, all my friends was on Xbox. Playing Call of Duty 1 and 2, I still stand by. Modern Warfare 2 was the best Call of Duty game. It would have been the best of all time if if I forget the group hadn't left, they would have made Titanfall 2. They would have fixed all the bugs in the game from the one-man army crap. But that's neither here nor there. But I'm just saying the Xbox 360 was like the best console, the best to play those days. But with those Red Ring of Death, it exposed me to PlayStation and the games that they had from the exclusives. So I had bought multiplats on my Xbox 360 and brought on the exclusives on the PlayStation last generation. So I'll go into the next generation, all hype, having to make a choice. Do I choose a PlayStation or do I choose the Xbox? So I sat there. I thought about it for about a million days and I made a decision. Turned out to be the wrong decision, but I made the decision. I got the Xbox with the Kinect, $4.99 for that system. I got it over the PlayStation because I thought this generation was going to be like last generation. So in the beginning, both I didn't care about the DRM for the Xbox. Whatever it was going to do with the console, I didn't really care. Wasn't paying attention to it that much. So I thought it was going to be like it was last generation, where I played the multiplayer on the Xbox and play the exclusives on the PlayStation. The Nintendo Wii was not even in my vocabulary. My niece and nephew had it. I couldn't stand it, and they didn't really like it. They just played it because it was the new hotness when it came out. So in the first 2 years, Xbox and PlayStation didn't have any games. Both of them didn't have any games to play worth playing. But as time went on, and I'm sitting there with my Xbox sitting there, we're playing. I'm sharing games with my nephew. It's like, okay, that's all I wanted to get. I wanted to play Uncharted when it came out. I knew I wanted to play Uncharted. So I decided that Christmas, that holiday season, what I decided to do was I decided to go purchase it. And it was on sale for like $2.99. It was the PlayStation Slim at the time. We wasn't called Slim, but it had the Uncharted stuff. It had the Uncharted Drake collections in there. And I remember getting it. Because you could have either got that one or the Battlefront one. I got the Drake collection. So I was playing Drake collections. I played 2. I was like, oh, yeah, this is great. I remember playing this is fantastic. And 3, oh, yeah, I remember playing that. It's fantastic. I remember playing 1. I didn't like 1, so I didn't even bother with that. So I was sitting there like, okay, this is great. So what I did was, I got a pretty good amount of games on my Xbox. So I decided that I'll buy some games for my PlayStation so I could build up its library. So I won't have the same games going back and forth. So then played Uncharted, and I'm playing God of War. Yeah, I'm playing God of War 3. I'm playing it again because I love that game. I didn't realize how short that game was because it used to seem like it lasts so long until I actually went back through it. It's like a 10-hour game. It's really short. Maybe shorter than that minus cutscenes. So anyway, I'm playing those games. I'm like, wow. Graphics look a little bit better. My nephew I think he bought Call of Duty or Destiny or something on the Xbox. And I ended up buying Overwatch. That's what it was. He bought Overwatch on the Xbox 360, on the Xbox. And I remember I bought it on the PlayStation. So we share games. So I got up on there and we were playing on the Xbox. I'm like, wow, this looks so washed out. It don't look the same, and the connection's not really great. Got on the PlayStation, it's like, wow, the PlayStation looks a bit better. That's when I started noticing the games on PlayStation looked a bit better than the Xbox. So I was like, oh, okay. So it's playing a little bit better. Kind of like it, looking good. That's when I listened to Hard 8 and decided to go buy me a cheap 4K television. Hooked it up. I was like, wow, this is a pretty big difference. Not really a big difference, but you can see the difference. Once you see quality, you can't go back. It's hard. It's like once you see HD, you can't go back to standard definition. I know it's not the greatest 4K out there, but it's just something. Once you go there, you can't go back. So I started buying more games, and then the thing is, PlayStation started putting out more and more and more games. And I'm sitting there like, why Xbox not putting out any games? So anyway, mainly last year, I'm serious when I say I haven't turned my Xbox on in almost a year. And that's the last time I turned it on, it had to do so many updates on it. I don't even know why I have it, to be honest with you. Microsoft, that's why I did my last video, shameless plug. Go watch my last video, because Microsoft fanboys always say, wait till E3. I'm like, Microsoft, give me a reason to turn this console on, you know? But I've been playing PlayStation for a long time. But now I get this Nintendo Switch, because like I said, I'm in treatment, I'm doing this thing, and I'm loving it. And I can see why it's selling so much, not only because from nostalgia point of view for people. They bring that Nintendo store, that Wii store where they got the backwards compatibility with games, it might crush this market, to be honest with you. God forbid when Pokemon comes out. When Pokemon comes out, you know it's gonna be a wrap. It's gonna be a wrap. These two consoles, I say PlayStation and Nintendo, are giving customers what they want. They're giving them games. They're giving them exclusive games to play, reason to turn on their console. The Nintendo Switch is a good purchase. I am telling you, as an adult, it's a good purchase for you to have and enjoy playing your games on the go with the full fidelity of it being a AAA title. Now, for your kids, I think they're good for kids. Well, Nintendo's always been good for kids, especially they come up with that cardboard Labo, wherever it is. I'm not getting into that. I might buy some because of my kids or my grandkids. Yeah, I said grandkids. My babies have babies. Might get it for them or something like that. I'm not sure yet. But how are they going to stack up in this console generation? Man, Nintendo might push the Xbox into third place. Think about that for a second. Think about how abysmal the Nintendo Wii U was, and now you got the Nintendo Switch. Could push Nintendo as the number two console. Well, that's something to think about. And now Microsoft's doing a great job. I think the Xbox One X is the console that we should have got when they launched. That's what we should have gotten. You got three SKUs of think about how crazy this is. Microsoft got three SKUs of the Xbox, right? Then you look at PlayStation. It has two SKUs of the PlayStation. Got one SKU of Nintendo Switch. And they are killing it. And I think it's a fun console. People don't like it. Some people I listen to. I'm gonna throw it in. I like the weapon. Like BG said, he didn't like it. It's not his cup of Joe. But for the average gamer, I think you're gonna enjoy this console. I think if you purchase this console, I think you will be happy with it. Maybe I don't know. Unless you just play games all day long. I don't have time to play games all day long. Trying to launch this podcast, and I work and I do treatment. So for the limited time I do have the game, I think that it's I think it's a fantastic console. I think it's really, really good. So just going to say this. I think in the future, give my quick prediction, the Nintendo Switch fan base is about to grow, and it's going to keep exploding. And go ahead and get in while you can, so you get in where you fit in, dog. I'm just playing. But I think Nintendo Switch is a good console to own. I think it's a good console to buy. It's not going to hurt to buy it. So I think if you got extra money, need something to play, you ain't got nothing to play, was looking dry in the streets. Till next month when God of War comes out, go ahead and get you a Nintendo Switch. I don't think you're going to regret it. I think you're really, really going to enjoy this console. So, in summary of the first podcast that I've done, I don't know how it went. No, I had no viewers, but I'm talking to you like I'm talking to 10,000 people. Whoever listens to this video, whoever watching this on the replay, yo, I really, really appreciate it that you have taken the time to listen to King Bean and King Bean's Court. I think we're going to grow. I want to grow. I want to make it grow. You know what? I want to try it. If I fail, then I fail. But at least I tried. A lot of people talk a lot of trash and say they're going to do something. They don't do it. And I was one of those people last year who said he was going to do it. And I didn't do it. So I'm doing it now. So if you got a dream out there, go ahead and go for yours. You feel me? Whoa, hit the mic. Don't hit the mic. Just don't do that. That's pretty bad radio. Did I say radio? I'm acting like I'm on the radio. But I'm glad I tried it out. It's scary. And like I said, I know I got no viewers watching, but it's all good. One day I'm gonna have 1 million people hanging on my every word. So I'm gonna start reaching out to some people, see what we could do. But this is the first ever podcast. I really appreciate you guys stopping by. Like I said, if you're new, go ahead, hit that like button. Will help me out. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. That will help me out. And it's your boy King Bean, and I'll holler at you dudes later. One love. Peace.